Hey, welcome back. So, today I'm here with the plan with me for the week of Thanksgiving, and I'm using the winter Bookshop kit from SPC, which was the September mystery from this year. And I thought that it was a really pretty transition into Christmas/festive season spreads. So perfect for Thanksgiving week because I personally don't really give a shit about Thanksgiving and I don't really like Thanksgiving art. So I like to start Christmas art or Christmas kits Thanksgiving week. So anyway, I really wanted to lean into the Christmas lights of it all. I did something similar last year with the Halloween spread where I layered spider webs over the book underlays from Alicia Craft. And it was very over the top, but it was some of my best work yet. Like, it was so freaking pretty. So I took inspo from this like tree book light situation there, and I am back with the book underlays from Alicia Craft, and I foiled them in hunter green. And then I was going to do burgundy underlays because I thought that would pull in like the dark reds from the kit really nicely. However, I had a last minute change of heart because I felt like the hunter green might not show up the best on burgundy, so I opted for pearl instead. And then I've got a bunch of like sparkly gold champagne lights stuff for the overlays. So I've got both lights options from Hannah and then the snowflake bundle from SPC. And then this came with the kit as well. And then the pièce de résistance, I have the lights too, underlays from Planet Hannah that I'm going to layer over the books. And I feel like that's a really a risky combo, and it's either going to be incredible or fugly. All right, so it was a fever dream of a week, to be honest. On one hand, it was a fun week because we had a super fun bestie weekend. On the other hand, it was the week my grandma died. And I have a lot of complex feelings about that. So it was a weird week. But my grandma died a week before her 100th birthday, kind of unexpectedly. I mean, she was 100, so like not that unexpectedly, I guess. But she was still in like perfect health until she died. Like, my aunt had been planning her 100th birthday bash for like 6 months, and then it ended up being her funeral, so that was sad. But I didn't really know her because she lived in France, and I obviously did not grow up there. But I know all the lore, and what a life she had. She grew up in Alsace during World War II, if that tells you anything. Anyway, I don't want to trauma dump, but we're all friends here, and I have no filter, so I'm probably about to anyway. Basically, I never really knew my grandparents because my dad's dad died way before I was born, and I grew up on a different continent than my grandma and across the country from my other set of grandparents. And because of certain situations, even if I had grown up near them geographically, I would have never gotten to have the same relationship with them that my cousins did because I grew up knowing things they didn't. And I know it was for my protection, but like still, I will always be so sad that I never had grandparents like that. And like I struggle a lot with the finality of it all with my dad's mom dying. Like I never had grandparents and now I never will. And so that's been a lot to navigate. And I don't know, the grief process with it all has just been weird. So, anyway, on to the not traumatic stuff. Well, okay, it was probably traumatic for the other people involved. But basically, I spent the whole week making bracelets and also preparing for our recruitment seminar. Like, you know how timeshare companies scam old people? Like, come listen to our timeshare pitch and we'll give you a free meal. Well, we basically did that for Sarah's other friends. Like, we did a whole Friendsgiving, but when they got there, it was actually a soccer party, and we bam cruiseled them with a full Columbus Crew slash soccer presentation and a 50-question test. And one of those questions was an essay question. So it was it was all very unhinged behavior, but look, it was the off season and we were bored, okay? Like what else were we supposed to do with our time? But they're all still friends with us, so it's probably fine. But also, her friends invited us to a get together over the summer, and I'm like 99.9% sure that they're long con planning their revenge. So, anyway, let's hop into the day by day. If you watched my last video, which was my pulling stickers slash plan with me prep video, then you've seen this already. But also, I'm kind of a fraud because I ended up not liking my foiling job on those scripts. So I reordered them, but also got the typewriter font while I was at it instead because I felt like that fit the vibe better. So, anyway, the scripts are all Plana Hannah, and you can use Domi15 to save with her and get my cutie freebie. So, for the first half of the week, it was quite boring, quite repetitive, very Groundhog Day, if you will, which you'll see as we get into the meat of it all. So, Monday, I did a couple errands before work and just grabbed coffee while I was out because if I leave my house, I need to treat myself. I don't make the rules. So for my coffee run, I used an iced coffee doodle from Paper and Milk. I miss them. I hope they're okay. I feel like they've been closed for quite a while. I hope they come back soon. But anyway, for work, I used a square box and a Joy of Planning character. I will always sing the highest praises for Joy of Planning. Like, they have a sticker for literally everything. And when I say everything, I mean literally everything, even down to my very rare dog breed, which is a cotton Tutuliar. So, if you need a sticker, check out Joy of Planning. Sorry for the Joy of Planning propaganda, but if I like a shop, y'all know I'm not going to shut up about it. Anyway, so then I also had a meeting and I spent most of my shift making bracelets and then I read after work. All right, so Tuesday, very much the same thing. Did errands, got groceries, worked. I got groceries, then worked. I don't know why I flipped them. I guess I thought it just looked better. I don't know. But again, the work character is from Joy of Planning, and the grocery character is Scribble Prince Co. Then I had another meeting, and that computer doodle again is Carly Plants. I made bracelets again, and again, the doodle is Carly Plants. And then I read, and that is a scribbler from SPC again. And then Wednesday, what do you know? I worked and made bracelets. And then I did my listing photos for all of my bracelets. That took so long. And then I watched Jeopardy, and I edited, and then I read. And all of those little stickers there are SPC. So moving on to Thursday, which was Thanksgiving. That was the day my grandma died, so obviously I put that in. Didn't really have anything to mark that, so I used a moon and star doodle from the foil bundle. And then, as we talked about earlier, I was having a lot of complex feelings, so I put that I was in my feels, and that is a character from Beniva's Creations. And then Thanksgiving is just like not a big deal in our family. Like, I could not care less about Thanksgiving, but it was the first holiday that I had off all year. So actually first and only because I worked on Christmas too. That's annoying. Whatever. That's a different story for a different day. Anyway, so it was my first holiday off all year. So, I wanted to have a good meal. Anyway, we get our holiday meals from this restaurant called Mimi's. I know it's a chain, but I don't know how like widespread it is. But they have a really, really good holiday feast. And we know it's like a tried and true solid option. So we picked up our Mimi's order and then did the whole Thanksgiving meal, and then we went to go see Wicked. And I'm just now noticing as I'm looking at the spread that I farked up the placement in that box. So we're just gonna ignore that. But we saw Wicked. I marked that with a green balloon from the doodle add-on. I thought that was clever because it's green and balloons fly. That was so stupid. But anyway. And then I edited some more videos and I printed all of the pictures we needed for our recruitment seminar. Basically, I had to print pictures of every single player, every single coach. It was a whole thing. And then I packed. So Friday was the official start of our bestie weekend. So I grabbed Starbucks on the way up north, and then I drove to Sarah's house, which is maybe like 2.5 hours away from my house, depending on traffic. And having a long distance best friend sucks. And like, I know we're not even that long distance compared to a lot of people, but like still it sucks. So then when I got to Sarah's, we did some errands, some last minute party prep. We went to a couple stores. We picked up the corn pudding from City Barbecue. We went to Michael's, and some lady tried to kill me in the parking lot. Not really, but like, okay, so it was windy. And when I opened Sarah's car door, like the wind kind of like gusted. And so it hit this rubber part of this lady's car. And like, it didn't hit the door, it didn't hit any paint, nothing like that. It just hit a rubber part of the car. And there wasn't even like a scuff or anything on the rubber part. So she like whips her car door open and she's like, "Are we good here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like it hit the rubber part. There's no mark or anything." And she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. Like, if I had done any kind of damage to her car, like, A, I'm an honest person, so if I do damage to your car, I'm not gonna lie about it. And B, why would I lie about it as if she couldn't just get out of her car to verify herself? And again, she was like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, 100%. I have no reason to lie about this. And then she was like, okay, with a certain tone and a certain face. And then she was taking pictures of us as we left. So, anyway, that was an experience, and I'm still annoyed about it. And anyway, after that, we went to Subway, of course. I'm such a Subway girly. It gets shit on so much, but I freaking love Subway so much. Don't at me. This voiceover has gone fully off the rails, and I'm so sorry. Anyway, so after Subway, I worked on my listings for my shop, and then we did our recruitment prep. We made the whole questionnaire. It was super fun. It got unhinged though, but it was so fun. Then we decorated for the party, and then after that, we finished the night by binging Criminal Minds. And pretty much everything that I used that day was from SPC except for the soccer ball, which was from OK Plans. All right, so on to Saturday, we finished our recruitment prep, and then I put in upload LOL because I tried so hard to upload this video. First of all, I uploaded it to the wrong channel. It took like 3 hours to upload, and then it uploaded to the wrong channel. And then I tried to upload it again. It took 3 hours again. And then it only uploaded 5 minutes of the video. So I spent all day trying to upload this video, and it just never worked. Like, it kept taking hours and then just uploading a couple minutes, and I could never figure out why. I re-exported it so many times, and then on the 20th try, it finally worked. So I still don't know what was going on with that, but whatever, we got there in the end. And then we had our Friendsgiving, and we did the whole recruitment, and it was fun. I had fun. Sarah had fun. I think the other people had fun. Okay, well, one girl didn't have fun, but the other two did have fun. So you win some, you lose some, I guess. But anyway, then after all of the hoopla, we just finished the night out again with more Criminal Minds. And then Sunday was such a lazy day. I woke up and I was up for like a half hour and then immediately took a nap. And then we watched Criminal Minds all day until it was time for me to drive home. And then that car is from Carly Plans. The couch and the computer are from SPC. And then while I was driving home, I was listening to the Outsiders musical soundtrack, and I was having a full existential crisis about all of it. And so I marked that with another character from Beniva's Creations. And then I got home and caught up on Jeopardy, and that trivia doodle is from Carly. And then I finished the night out by reading, and that doodle is from SPC. All right, so that was my Thanksgiving week. It was a little chaotic, a little weird, but I am obsessed with how the spread turned out. I think it's so pretty. Anyway, thank you for watching. All of my socials will be linked down below if you would like to be friends there. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later days.